Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Board Game Strategery, a show where I play solo board games and share things I learned about the strategies and tactics of those games. As this show is still so new, I'm going to be doing a little bit of remodeling from episode to episode to find out what works best and feels best, so don't mind me. Today's playthrough of Marvel United will feature a 3-hero team consisting of Shuri, who has drawn a starting hand of a hero attack, a move hero, and a double hero. Spider-Man, who has drawn a starting hand of web slinging, a double hero, and great responsibility. And finally, Hulk, who has drawn a starting hand of a double attack, move, and a Hulk smash. Opposing our team of heroes will be Ronan the Accuser, the antagonist of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Not only does he have potentially excellent mobility, but also, under specific situations, he can do a ton of damage. His overflow effect and also some of his threat cards contribute additional damage, and all of this pushes him closer towards succeeding in his villainous plot, which is just to cause 4 KOs among my whole team in any combination. Once I suffer 4 knockouts, that's it, we lose. For locations and threats, we have the Daily Bugle with a Kree Elite Force, Central Park with a Kree Elite Force, Nowhere with a Space Ambush, the Collector's Museum with a Jailbreak, Shield Headquarters with a Space Ambush, and Warrior Falls with a Jailbreak. Kicking us off with our first villain turn, Ronan draws a card of his Master Plan deck which doesn't allow him to move, but still spawns a total of 4 civilians and 2 thugs. So 3 locations are fully loaded up, and right away that is a lot of pressure. Shuri starts the heroes off, drawing a hero card, playing a move-in hero, moving to Warrior Falls, and rescuing 1 civilian. Spider-Man draws a move and attack, playing a Great Responsibility, using both move actions to move to Nowhere. Great Responsibility will rescue 2 civilians, giving him 2 attack tokens. He uses his hero action to go to the Space Ambush as well as one of the attack tokens, and the other attack token takes out a thug. Hulk draws a hero action but plays Hulk Smash, moving to Central Park, dealing 1 damage to everything and discarding all civilians. The next Master Plan card is Kree Law, which moves Ronan to the Daily Bugle and places 1 thug at each location. Because 2 of the locations are full, that triggers his overflow twice, so I have to divide 2 damage amongst my whole team. Shuri will draw and play Young Genius, giving herself 1 wild token and drawing until she has 3 cards in hand. She puts a move token on the Jailbreak threat and uses both wild actions as attacks to take out 2 thugs. Spider-Man draws a move action, discarding it right away because he starts his turn at the Space Ambush. He draws web slinging, gaining 2 movement tokens. He uses his movement action to clear the Space Ambush. His wild from Shuri becomes an attack, taking out a thug, and at the end of the turn, he uses Nowhere's location ability, discarding 1 movement token and gaining 2 heroic action tokens. Hulk draws a hero action but plays a double attack, moving to the Daily Bugle and putting both attacks on the Kree Elite Force. Ronan's next turn has him move to Warrior Falls, where his BAM effect will do 2 damage to Shuri. He also spawns several civilians, including one that goes to the Shield Headquarters. It's full, so the overflow goes to the Hulk, and he takes 1 damage. Shuri draws and plays Young Genius, giving her wild token to the Hulk, who draws until his hand size is 3. She uses 1 attack to take out a thug, another attack to go to the Jailbreak, and her wild action rescues a civilian. Spider-Man draws and plays a move hero card, moving back to the Daily Bugle by using his move action and his move token. Once there, his hero action and both his hero tokens rescue all 3 civilians. The wild action that he got from Shuri goes to clear the Kree Elite Force, and at the end of the turn, he reveals the top Master Plan card, which looks really dangerous because that would mean that Spider-Man has to get KO'd next turn, and I can't afford that, so I'm going to put that on the bottom. So far, Spider-Man is having an excellent game, and just, it's super impressive. Hulk draws and plays a move and attack, moving to Warrior Falls, clearing the jailbreak using his heroic action, moving to Shield Headquarters, using his wild token to rescue a civilian, and his attack to defeat a thug. Ronan reveals a Cosmi Rod, moving to the Daily Bugle and dealing 1 damage to Spider-Man. It is now the start of the 4th turn. I have 2 missions almost fully completed and nobody's been KO'd yet, so I'm actually feeling really good about myself. Shuri draws an attack but plays a hero an attack. With her actions, she rescues the civilian at Warrior Falls, completing that mission. She moves to the Daily Bugle, and with her attack she takes out the thug, defeating that mission. Now that Ronan is vulnerable to attacks, Shuri uses her last attack to deal 1 damage to him. At the end of Shuri's turn, she gets to use the Daily Bugle's ability to look at the top card of the Master Plan deck. Spider-Man draws an attack, but plays a move and attack, using both his attack actions to deal 2 damage to Ronan. At the end of his turn, he uses the Daily Bugle's ability to look at the top card of the Master Plan deck. It is not good, so we're putting that on the bottom of the deck. Ronan's next Master Plan card has him moving to Shield Headquarters, where he does 2 damage to the Hulk through his BAM effect. Also, he spawns a number of thugs, including one that goes to the Collector's Museum, which is full, triggering an overflow. Spider-Man is the only hero that I have who can take damage without automatically getting KO'd, so that's what he has to do. Hulk draws a double attack, but needs to discard the other card in his hand due to starting his turn at the Space Ambush. He plays his double attack, and with 3 attacks, he deals all 3 damage to Ronan. Unfortunately, that was the last card that he had in his hand, so he is KO'd, and I have 1 KO token. 3 more and I'm out. Shuri next draws and plays a move action. She's not going to do anything with it, but it's really just to hopefully set myself up for a bigger, more meaningful action in the future. At the end of the turn, Shuri is able to use the Daily Bugle ability to look at the top card of the Master Plan deck. Looking at what it actually does, it's going to mean that Shuri and Peter will both get KO'd, but since this means that they will get to draw 4 more cards at the start of their next turn, I'm willing to take the risk that this lets me win the game. And it's Ronan's turn. He draws the Master Plan deck that I had just seen with Shuri. He moves to the Daily Bugle, and his BAM effect takes out Spider-Man, which causes another BAM effect to happen, taking out Shuri. I now have 3 KO tokens, 1 away from defeat, but I do get to draw 4 cards per hero at the start of their next turn, so here's wishing for good things for me. And it's now Spider-Man's turn. He draws 4 cards after reviving from being knocked out, one of which is Great Power, which gives me 3 attacks that he uses to take out Ronan and win the game for the heroes. Well, this was another really exciting game. I had a lot of fun playing this one. The tension, the excitement, it was all there. It felt like, I don't know, like watching a movie or reading a comic book, which, you know, appropriate enough, right? But they did so well at making all of the characters, heroes and villains, feel like you would expect them to feel if you were familiar with the character from the comics or the movies. And that wraps up another episode of Board Game Strategery. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And again, I hope to be back very soon with more episodes of Board Game Strategery. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.